I want to thank everybody for coming out. The Statesmen will host Florida Tech for the 85th homecoming game at Parker Field McCool Stadium. Florida Tech coming off a 20-13 loss against West Georgia. Florida Tech coming in 5-5. The Statesmen remain number 7 in the Super Region 2 rankings, coming off a 33-30 victory over North Greenville in Tigerville, South Carolina on the last regular season road trip of the year. The win in overtime marks the first win in overtime this year for the Statesmen. And with that, we'll bring up head coach Todd Cooley to make an opening statement and answer any questions that you guys might have.
Glad y'all could meet with us today. Appreciate everybody coming out. Obviously, very, very proud of our football team for what we accomplished last Saturday on the road. It's a great college football game. Overcoming a lot of odds on the road against a team that had a bye week. Thought we played extremely hard. Thought we played smart. We only had 3 penalties on the game. Really pleased with that. Thought our running game was the difference. We just showed a lot of resolve. And this team is, like I said after the game, we're not dead yet. We want to keep playing. We've got a tough one this week, Florida Tech. Extremely talented football team. Coach Englehart does a great job down there. They were a playoff team a year ago. Mark Cato, who's done basically everything in this conference, is quarterback, good player. They have a defense that's only giving up 300 yards a game. They are very, very good defensively, very, very good offensively. It's going to come down to who doesn't turn the ball over. Their problems have been with turnovers. Our problems have been with turnovers. So I think it's going to be a physical football game. I think it's going to be a great day for football. It's homecoming. It's senior day. We're going to acknowledge some great seniors, some guys that are really close to my heart. And I think they've done a good job of getting us back to where we want to try to get back to, which is postseason play. And can't think about that because we've been in playoff mode now for 2 or 3 weeks. And we've got to do everything we can to prepare to play a great football team on Saturday. And we're going to have our hands full, I can promise you that.
Coach Cooley, the performance of Chris Robinson, his best performance in the last few weeks. Was there any type of adjustment he made? What were some of the jobs that he made?
We played harder. We blocked better for him. We got him the ball 34 times. We were committed to getting him the football, and that's with carries. He also had, I think, 2 receptions on the day, which were big plays, a receiving touchdown and a big play in overtime on 3rd and 6, which I thought he was going to score, but he was just pretty much dead tired. When you get down the stretch, you got a good player, you got to let him go. And I felt like we did that Saturday, and he's going to get the ball again this Saturday. I don't think that's any secret. So we got to do a good job. But I thought up front we did a great job. We finished blocks. We played at a high level, and that's what you have to do in November, because they're going to remember what you do in November, and it's always been said in football. And right now, we've had a good November so far. We got to continue it.
When Chris wasn't getting the yards that he normally got, what was kind of his mindset throughout the whole time? Did he remain pretty even keeled just throughout the week?
Yeah, that's how he is. I mean, he doesn't get down. I mean, he's frustrated. Just like any great player would be. They're frustrated. They want to help their team win. So I called him in the office last week, said, hey, we're going to have a good week this week. We're going to lead the ball, and we got to have you. And he gave us everything he had. And so did a lot of other people. I mean, I can't say enough about how well our receivers played. Receivers have taken a lot of, kind of like the quarterbacks, they've taken a lot of heat this year. And I thought they played one of their better ball games. I mean, we dominated on the perimeter and blocking. I mean, there was some, Coach Hayes was talking about there was some clinic tape stuff, and I agree with him on how to block on the perimeter and just finishing blocks out of bounds. And we played hard. Anybody who was there could have seen it. I mean, it was we got to play that way every week. This is how we have to play. This is Delta State football. And it's very hard to continue to do that, but we've got to do it. And we do hard things better. That's what we talk about, so that's what we're going to have to go do. If we don't, then Florida Tech's going to beat us because they're a great football team.
You guys were 5 for 5 in the red zone this week. What was different, I guess, besides just playing harder than the past couple of weeks?
I think our whole focus had changed. I mean, it was pregame meal on Saturday. There was not a lot of talking. They had a good look at the walkthroughs Saturday morning. I just felt like our level of focus was heightened, and we knew that we had to get touchdowns in the red zone, and that's kind of how we played all day.
going back to Florida Tech, just what are some of the things that they do well on both sides of the ball?
Well, they're second in the league in sacks behind us. They really get after the quarterback really well. They're only giving up 300 yards a game defensively. They have a tremendous front. They do a great job mixing in their fronts, mixing in their coverages, and they got a lot of speed on that defense. Offensively, you know, they've got a tremendous running back in Antoine Haynes, number 6, very good football player. But then you mix with him with Mark Cato, who's played, you know, 4 years, basically as their starting quarterback, and you know, that guy's a difference maker in this league. He can throw the ball from any angle. He can make any throw on the field. And that's what makes him so dangerous, you know. And they've got some guys that can stretch the field vertically, so they can score points in bunches, and they play solid defense. You know what I'm saying? They have West Georgia, who's the leading scoring offense, best offense in the conference, arguably. Last week in the first half, they only had 77 total yards offense. Now, to West Georgia's credit, they got it going in the second half, but 77 yards of offense in a half. I mean, that's getting after somebody. So we got our hands full. There's no doubt about it.
So you mentioned your team's been in playoff mode for a couple of weeks now. Have you talked to the team about the success of the 2010 team that made a deep playoff run with 3 losses?
No, I haven't. I'll be honest, I haven't. We've just tried to stay week to week. You know, now that's something that we're fortunate enough to get, you know, past this and get in, then that's something that will probably be brought up, no doubt about it. But right now, it's just been about this team, this moment right here, playing for Delta State. And I challenged our guys last week. I said, you know, you got a chance today, last week, to show how we want to play at this university. And, you know, we got seniors they're going out for senior day, and it's going to be that's going to be an emotional time. But more importantly, we got freshmen that are looking to them, you know, because I think our future's pretty bright here, and they have to learn how to play a certain way. And all I told them was that I wanted last week and this week is when people put on the tape, I want to say that's the hardest playing football team in Division II, and I think that's a goal that we can accomplish. And I think that we did that last week, and we're going to have to do it again this week. We definitely have to do it again this week.
Coming off that win and talking about going to week by week, how is this new confidence in the community prior to going into the stock season?
I think so. I think that whenever the way it all happened, you know, it can serve as a big momentum for your team to know that you're down 10 with 14 and a half minutes left, and you know, you haven't moved the ball that great in the third quarter, and you're on the road, and you've already lost 2 in a row, and you know, kind of everybody, you know, it's their homecoming. They had all the momentum, and what we did was we put together a great drive, and went down and scored a touchdown, and then we came back and put together, you know, got a stop, and then came back and put together just an unbelievable drive and scored a touchdown with about 30-something seconds left. So just a lot of great individual efforts that they collectively, I guess what I'm trying to say, Jordan, is they did it together. And sometimes that's better than just going in there and, you know, there's no easy games on our schedule. So you got to scratch and claw every time, you know. So I don't know. It was a big win. I hope it helps our confidence. I feel like it has. Because we had to lean on each other. It wasn't one-sided where the defense dominated or the offense dominated. It was a collective effort. Special teams, we had to cover kicks, we had to cover punts, we had to do our things collectively, and we did it to get a win.
Pretty good with the seniors. Of course, some of them have been here since 14 when y'all made the playoffs. Just the ups and downs. Just through it all, how have they just mentally handled all these ups and downs?
Like champions. And that's what we tell everybody. You know, you're talking about a senior class. 4 or 5 of them are graduating in December. Another 7 or 8 of them are graduating in May. A couple of them are graduating early, and they're not coming back for their senior year. So we're going to actually recognize a couple of juniors Saturday because they're going to move on with their lives. They've had a great career here. But we always have a saying in our program, if those who stay will be champions. And we feel like they'll be champions on the field at some point, but we also feel like they're going to be champions in life. And these guys are always, I mean, the guys who stick with us, and that's tough in today's day and time, because everybody thinks the grass is greener. You know, especially when you're at Delta State, and we're kind of a hard hat program, and we're going to go out there and grind. And you know, I hear this a lot. You know, and a lot of people just think, well, I'll just go to Delta State and play. You got to be kidding me. This is one of the top Division II programs historically in the country. And everybody thinks, well, they're Division II. Man, let me tell y'all something. There's not that much difference. Division II, Division I. Not that much difference. It's college football. We take the same amount of time in it that they do at Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Alabama. We put the same amount of effort into it. We work just as hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But kids nowadays, they don't want to wait. So they all, I think I can go over here and play. I want to play right now. That's what we want in this society. I'm tired of it. These guys that are seniors that have been with me, 4 of them have been with me since 13. You know what I'm saying? I think it's 4. Serrata, Jared Hunt, Landry Tulo, R.J. Holtz. They've been with me since I got here. They're champions. They're going to be successful at life. All of them have a championship ring from 2014. All of them are going to graduate, and all of them are going to be successful. And I think we had a lot to do with their success. And that's what their parents asked us to do, you know, was grow them up as men. And that's what we do in this football program. And we're not the only ones. There's a lot of programs like that. But we teach life skills. We spend time developing men. And I'm more proud of that than anything we do on the field. But because we do that, we're able to come back in the fourth quarter the other day when everybody's thinking against us. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm preaching right here. Everybody's probably tuning me out because I'm just going on and on. But I believe in this. And I believe in this program. And I believe in what we're doing. And I believe in kids waiting their turn, sticking it out, and they're going to be better men because of it. But nobody wants to do that anymore. They just want to go somewhere else. They pick up their ball and go play somewhere else. And our society's allowing that. And it's ridiculous. I'm off my soapbox. All right. Appreciate y'all.